John, let's start the midweek interview. We talked post-match at Stranraer, but any final thoughts on the 90 at Stranraer?
No, it was a really earned, hard-fought point, against a team who were very direct and very much spirited and fighting for their lives. And of course, we were fighting to, remain in second place and build the momentum right going to the end and building up to the playoffs. And nothing changes from that aspect. So it was a difficult game on a surface. It wasn't really great. It was a poor surface. We knew that. We're still licking our wounds from the surface from last Saturday. The dressing room on Monday morning was, it was like a hospital. The amount of injuries we had from that, the guys' aches and pains, and we're still actually recovering from it now. It's, well, down to the bare bones at the weekend, by the looks of it.
Yeah. And next up, we've got another team who've got a lot to play for in Stranraer. They come here to Starks Park. Are you expecting? I assume you're expecting another tough account from them.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting a team that just went and beat Forfar. They were at home, Stranraer were at home to Forfar, but it's a good result regardlessly. They beat the team that's third in the league, and they come to Starks Park. And if we had everyone available, I'd be very, very confident. But as it is, we're probably going to have to, we might have, round pegs and square holes on Saturday because we've got a lot of injuries, a hell of a lot of injuries, much more than even we had previously. So we are really, really struggling, and so it will be, it'll be a difficult game regardless, but it's an even extra difficult game because of the fact that we're going to have so many players out.
It seems like a recurring theme, but it's sticking on that point of injuries. Obviously, Robbie Thompson's out for the season with his ruptured Achilles. I understand that you looked into the possibility of an emergency loan signing.
Yeah, Robbie's not only just out for the season; he'll be out for 10 months. It's a long time. It's a hell of a long time. The recovery on this. So he was immediately taken to Forth Valley Hospital. He was seen there. He was back home that evening. He's been back there on Tuesday. He's had a consultation, and he will get a scan. But the Achilles tendon is ruptured and it will need an operation. So he'll get a scan in the next day or two, and as soon as possible he will get an operation and he'll be out for around 10 months. Yeah, with regards to the emergency loan, we did apply or try to get an emergency loan, which if you read the rule, it would state that we were in a situation that we felt we would be, able to get one on loan, so you've got to go through the SPFL. However, in their wisdom, they say that we are not allowed to bring in an emergency goalkeeper on loan or otherwise. So they're saying that as long as you have one fit goalkeeper, that's all you need. And so we have Dean, which I have no problems with, but then we only have young Sam McGuff as backup. So that's, as long as Dean remains fit for the rest of the season in every game, then fine, great, we'll get by with that. I have no fears whatsoever. But we felt we could have got someone in based on the way the rule reads, but the SPFL are saying otherwise. They did say that they've had 2 other applications for the same situation and they've denied them also, so we're not alone. But I think that only just shows how much it's needed. It is needed. If there's been 3 clubs in such a short period of time are needing a goalkeeper because their goalkeeper's injured, then I think we should be allowed. Yeah, I think that's what the rules are for, and I think it's not actually showing the integrity of the league because we're going to have to perhaps put young Sam into a situation that the greatest respect he's not ready for, and we've got players to come and everything else. So that would be I don't think that's fair really. So no fair on anyone. But it is what it is, and I say as long as Deans remains fit for now to the end of the season, then I have no worries.
And looking also back at your point about the numbers that have not trained this week, based off the back of last weekend, is it all down to the stage of the season that we're in, or has the pitch that we played on Saturday played a part in any way? Yeah,
unfortunately, it is what it is. I can't gloss it up or hide from it. It definitely was a reaction to playing on that pitch on Saturday. It's so hard, and so a number of the players have struggled since then. There's one player who will definitely not play, and there's others who are, nursing aches and pains, you know. So obviously, I mean, above Robbie's not going to play. There's one or other who will definitely not play, and there's others who will be a race against the clock to see if they will be available.
And so with the game against Stranraer, that's the first of the last 4 league games of this season, and we're obviously aiming to secure that playoff spot. How up for it are you, the players, and how important is it that the fans get up for the fight?
Yeah, well, regardless of what 11 we put on the pitch, that's exactly what we'll need to do. We'll need to fight, we'll need to scrap, you know. Yeah, we're very much up for it. Yeah, I would be loads more confident if I could have had we're not going to get a full strength squad, but without picking up the injuries that we've picked up, you know, from Saturday, and you know, it would be better, you know. Obviously, the said on Saturday, the more players that go out, the challenge is to try and continue to win games with your hands tied behind your back, you know. So it becomes more difficult, and then we need people to realise that as well and get behind us, because we're really struggling to get a team on the pitch this week. So, you know, we will need to fight and scrap. We definitely will, and you know, we still want to finish second in the league. You know, that's where we want to be. You know, there's a financial gain, and there's the aspect of playing the second leg at home, which is could be crucial. So that's what we want to do when we get to the playoff. We want to play away first and have the second leg at home. But regardlessly, we will deal with whatever. But that is our kind of favoured situation.
Great. Well, thanks for that, John. Good luck for the weekend.
Thanks, Neil.